Hey all my fellow heathens, so this is my second part of my video of my two-part topics tonight, completely different topic. This comes down to battle and the idea of going to Valhalla or Folkvangr. Who's qualified? Why are they qualified? These again are strictly my opinions, so I'm not saying that this is absolute truth. I just thought I'd share it since this seems to be something that reoccurs within heathen communities. So first off, let's take a look at the lore. How come one's death, if you were chosen, you go to either Folkvangr or to Asgard to be in Valhalla with Odin. Frey gets first pick, and then Odin chooses second. Now, how they decide, of course, we can't say for sure other than what we have based on the lore, dying in battle. But what really constitutes as a battle? This is the biggest thing that I feel is a struggling debate within heathen communities. Personally, I think there's a lot of things that can constitute as a battle, not just a sword in hand, axe in hand, or some type of um, some type of hand weapon, gun, whatever it may be, some type of firearm, whatever. To me, there's more to a battle than just that. And if we even look at the lore, come Ragnarok, yes, it is said the warriors with weapons in hands, but in the sense, and this is my opinion, that when we go to those other realms, we are in a spiritual aspect. We are in a spiritual plane. So doing this is spiritual warfare. Freya being one who's associated heavily with Seder, Odin as well, I could see how they'd want people who practice Seder to help fight against these dark forces, to fight against the agents come Ragnarok. Now let's take this one step further. I personally, in my life, have struggled with depression. I struggled with it for 12 years. To me, that was a long battle. Was it a battle? Was it a war in the etymology sense of the words? No. But I battled with my own mind for 12 years. It was the worst 12 years of my life, if I'm being honest. Now, I don't personally wish to go to Valhalla or Folkvangr. I would like to go to Folkvangr if I'm being completely honest, but I'll be fine going to Helheim or to Helgafell or any of the other realms, any of the other halls with the gods. But that being said, battles. There's so many different types of battles, in my opinion. There's mental battles, there's emotional battles, there are physical battles, there are spiritual battles. So, how do we truly know what type of battle the gods are referring to when they say die in battle, die with a weapon in hand? My weapon against my own mental health and my depression was going to the gym. When I felt confident and comfortable with talking with people, I would talk to them. Those would be my weapons. Seeing a counselor, taking medication when I needed to. Those were my weapons. Spiritual warfare is a little bit harder to narrow down to just one or two types of quote unquote weapons to use in that warfare, because there's so much that we can do, especially those who are versed in any type of magic or those who practice Seder of any kind. There's so much that we can do. Emotional battles, fighting against somebody that tells you, like in my case, that I'm worthless, that I'll never amount to anything, that I shouldn't exist. That was a mental and an emotional battle. Going through breakups, getting divorced, those are battles in themselves, in my opinion. And then, of course, there's physical battles, not just being a soldier, enlisting in the military, going to war, but war against disease. Disease itself, in my opinion, is such a battle. And that takes a toll on so much more than just our bodies. Now, going back and tying this all together as far as going to Folkvangr or going to Valhalla with Odin or Freya. Odin is so much more than just a god of war. Yes, that is one of his aspects, but he's a god of wisdom and knowledge as well. I personally can see how he'd want somebody who has knowledge or wisdom on something, regardless of what type of battle it is, to join him, to be welcomed in the hall of Valhalla. or with Freya, to be welcome there in the great fields. Something as simple as that. To me, there's just so much that classifies as what a battle can be and what defines a battle. So whether it's a small child fighting against, unfortunately this was a topic that recently came up and there are some discrepancies, but fighting against cancer, they haven't had much chance to live. That's a battle in itself. A battle to live, a battle to push on, a battle to persevere, which is one of the things, one of our oaths to Odin is perseverance. So that in itself, to me, are the types of things that constitute as a battle. I hope this helps at least give somebody, or a couple of you, or multiple of you, different thoughts and different viewpoints on the lore and going to Folkvangr or Valhalla, if those are the places that you choose, as well as what constitutes as a battle. And I will talk to you all later.